Welcome to my update for August 2021. I'm so delighted that you have stopped by to listen to this sharing. I really want to welcome all those who have recently subscribed. I do hope that in amongst my offerings you will find something that meets what you're looking for in terms of understanding, practicing and living this ancient goddess tradition from my culture, which is India. There are three things that I want to share with you today. One is about an upcoming free webinar in which I introduce you to my individual program, Reclaiming Your Sacred Self. The second is an upcoming intensive in October about the dance of the Apsaras, or the ancient priestesses in the goddess tradition. And the third, just to share some stories from women who have been practicing the group classes of Goddess Matangi with me this term. So the webinar, this is a great opportunity for you if you are interested and want to find out more about my Reclaiming Your Sacred Self individual program. I am offering a free webinar on the 10th of August. You can sign in the details that I've provided below. I'm really honored that some of you have finished your individual programs with me this year, and you've shared with me how you are continuing your practice beyond the program, and how it continues to be a source of wisdom and an important way in which you are finding your place and how to act in these times, which are of course times of great uncertainty and huge and radical transformation. I'm really committed to helping people to continue the practice. So I am talking with one of the women who has kindly offered to help me in this, and that's Joanne Donnelly, who finished her program just recently. And together we are hoping to set up a private Facebook group and also regular meetings or practice sessions for those women who are doing that individual program or who have completed the program, as a way of supporting you to continue the practice in your life. So in the meantime, if individual practice calls to you and you want to find out more, there is this free webinar on the 10th of August. The recordings will be available to you if you register, so make sure you register so you can receive a link to the recording. I will actually offer also a practice example for you to try out and see if it is for you. And I also have a special offer for the women who are registering themselves for the webinar. So I look forward to seeing you at the webinar if you're curious and interested and called to the individual practice. I'm also offering an intensive, a 2-day intensive in October. Again, you'll find the details below. And this is looking at a very special practice called Kaishiki. This is a practice which in the ancient text Natya Shastra, the text on Indian dance, which is at least 2000 years old, it actually says only women are capable of this practice. Only women are capable of this practice. And there is a story about this practice, and it is that when Vishnu, which is the deity of all manifest form of creation that comes into form, like the earth, us humans, all of the life. So when he's preparing to battle some of the demons which represent the mind wanting to control things, so when he's preparing for this battle, he stretches his bow and then he stops to tie his hair. So this movement of tying the hair in the midst of the battle is Kaishiki. How beautiful. So Kaishiki is that beautiful moment of grace. It's a movement of grace, of depth, of contemplation in the midst of ongoingness. So it's something that takes you out of that linearity of ongoingness and offers a deeper and a more contemplative experience of reality. So this Kaishiki dance was supposed to be done only by the Apsaras, or the celestial dancers, and these also refer to the ancient priestesses, because the dance tradition was revealed, it was not created by the mind. And so those who had this dance tradition, those who had this revelation, were considered to be the divine dancers. So I do hope that you will join me for this beautiful practice. I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you through this intensive. I also wanted to share stories about Goddess Matangi, and Goddess Matangi is who we are practicing in our group classes this term, and she has been such an amazingly relevant goddess for the times we live in. As is always the case, I do know that when a goddess appears as the focus of the practice, I've always learned to surrender to it, because I know that the appearance of the goddess, it says something about the need of our consciousness at an individual level, but also about what's going on in the consciousness around us. And Matangi is the consciousness of the forest. So it's an invitation to retreat into the forest of our consciousness, of our sensations. But wow, what a kind of retreat it is. It's not a retreat that we think of usually. So it's not about becoming ascetic or withdrawing or escaping, but it's the retreat of the huntress in the forest. There's great alertness and presence and being aware of the forest, of what's going on, and yet finding that precision to release the arrow. So you at once take in everything that's going on around you, but you also have this enormous precision that you need to release the arrow. And one of the women was sharing a story about this to me, that she said at work she's been finding that she has this clarity because there's a lot of things going on, and she has this real clarity about what it is that she should do, and it doesn't matter what's going on around her. She comes into this really confident, deep clarity and precision about what she needs to do, and she's also able to communicate that with calmness and with precision, just like the hunter. When you release the arrow, you're calm, you're precise, you're so grounded, and you're so present. And I feel that too in the Matangi practice, that sense of being in the midst of so many things going on, and yet being able to find that precision to release your action or your arrow that relies on nothing outside of you. It's something that comes from within you. And that is the gift of Goddess Matangi. So thank you so much again for stopping by. I do hope that you will, I will have the honor of your company either through the offerings or through the practices that you may find on Facebook and on YouTube. So do subscribe, whatever is your preferred medium. I do post practice videos as well as videos about the philosophy, which you can try or listen to in your own time, in your own homes, both on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So thank you again for stopping by, for listening to me. I always honor and value your company and your feedback, and I look forward to traveling this path of the goddess with all of you.